Number 10, Baker Mayfield. Baker was on the edge of my list the whole time. And then when I did all the stuff, like he was like to me 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, and he was dropping in and out. When I just did it off the top of my head, looking at these stats, and then when I did it with AI, Baker for 24 and for 2022 to 2024 um, was in the top 10 for both. He was 10th. So that solidified for me.
We're locked in, Chad. We're both Baker guys. I got Baker at 10 too.
All right,
Yeah,
fucking A.
love
That was
love
the one I was
Baker.
most worried about. Okay.
I know that I'm gonna dive into it. I'm with you. He was a really tough one because,
Yeah.
like all
But it
these
makes
quarterbacks,
sense.
people that don't like him, they can give you good reasons and you can agree with it. But like me, like I'm agreeing with you. There's a lot of reasons to like Baker, and the numbers back it up. And also, just watch him play. Anyone that watches him play, you know that the right
Baller.
offense. Yeah, exactly.
Baller.
So I'm right there with you at 10.
All right. Number 9. This is a little controversial. And part of what I'm doing here is I'm projecting what I think is going to happen. Uh, I put Brock Purdy at 9. Purdy again, like he was sort of 10, 11, 12 for me. And I put him at 9 because he deserves to be in there based on the metrics and what I prioritized. But also, he was there when I ran it through AI, and I'm thinking about what my expectations are for him in this upcoming season. Okay, number 8, Justin Herbert. I like. I'm a little bit off Herbert. He's so good and so talented, and even last year he was great, and he was in the top 10 for all these things. But he to me was sort of on the bubble. 7, I had Jared Goff. 6, I had Jaden Daniels. 5, I had Jalen Hurts. 4, Joe Burrow. 3, Lamar. 2, Josh Allen. 1, Patrick Mahomes. And if you looked at just the stats and took out any sort of betting metrics, any sort of historical precedent when it comes to making gambling decisions, your 1, 2, or 3 would be Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen in any combination of those orders, just based on the stats. Mahomes would be 4, going back to 2022, if you include all those 3 seasons. But he's earned it, and he's still going to be a guy who you never want to bet against. And in fact, this year you might get a little bit of value because of how it went down in the Super Bowl. So that's why Mahomes was number 1 to me. On my outside looking in, Stafford 11, Tua 12, CJ Stroud 13. Tua, every single metric, he would be up there because of the offense he plays in. You just don't have any faith in him. You don't have any faith in the Dolphins. But it's hard to ignore him completely. I didn't put him in the top 10, even though statistically he would be in the top 10, probably 7, 8, 9, just because of the betting stuff and because, I have a lot less faith in him than I do in, say, Baker or even Brock Purdy. So that's it. That's it. Matt Mitchell said he thinks I should be in jail for some of these things. Listen, as they say, feedback is a gift. I'm open to feedback.
I hated Chad's list. You were very nice, Rich. Chad's list was painful to me. I had Baker above him, then Daniels. I had to give Daniels respect. Like it's so hard for me to put a rookie in this spot. I think last year we were all the same thing. We all had CJ at 8 or 9 last year. Mm-hmm. Same thing with me with Daniels this year. It's like 80% of 4th down, the whole thing. You could not blitz the kid. We've never seen anything like it. You have to put him in your top 10 if you're making a list. But some people having him at number 5, that to me is just insane. It's like you're banking too much on future, what's going to happen in the future. So I have him at 9, CJ at number 8. He had the season from hell, still made the playoffs, and then won a playoff game against a Chargers team that everyone was blowing smoke up their ass, especially heading to that playoffs. That was just such a huge win for me because that team was dead. They were dead. I know they have a great defense. This upcoming season, they're probably my 3rd highest rated defense coming to the season next year, Houston. Like, they have an incredible defense. But that playoff win against the Chargers was on CJ. He didn't keep making the mistakes. That Chiefs game was much closer than people remember. Like, They went to Arrowhead, and CJ had them in a really good position. So I have to give a ton of respect to CJ, put him at number 8. Number 7, the man that's left for dead. I can't believe you guys didn't have him on your list, Dak. What did Dak do to you? I don't get it. What happened with Dak?
You know what?
He misses 1 year, and Dak is dead to everyone. He almost won
totally
MVP.
right.
He was horrendous before his hamstring injury last year.
I agree, but it's like I look because the first 4 weeks is so weird now with guys not playing in the preseason. To me, that's the tune-up. Like, same with Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, we thought he was not going to last till week 5. I mean, he was so terrible those first 4 weeks. He just needed to get his arm right. And I think the same with Dak. But Dak, the hate's just gone too far. And I knew as soon as I put him on this list, I was like, I bet you Chad's going to leave him off. Chad hates guys coming off injured seasons. And sure enough, Chad did not have Dak.
I considered Dak.
I bet you did.
And honestly, I know, in the coming weeks, we're going to do a playoff episode where you and I will predict who we think will make the playoffs from the AFC and the NFC. And a little foreshadowing here, because of Dak and his return, the Cowboys will be an important part of that conversation. Dak was like, my final 4 were Herbert, Purdy, CJ, Baker, Herbert, Purdy, CJ, and Stafford for like that 9-8 spot, 11-12 spot. Baker was always 10. Dak was in there like at the last guy out of that 5.
You've left them for dead. And I'm with you on Dak, right? Our big pushback, we talk all the time, is Dak is 2-5 in the playoffs. That is a big deal. And it was really hard for me with him and CJ because CJ is 2-2. To me, that's all that matters. All this other bullshit that we've become obsessed with does not matter. Can you win and succeed in the playoffs? Because that's all that matters legacy-wise. We started from the top. Tom Brady's the GOAT, not because he was the greatest offensive genius ever like Peyton Manning. It's because he fucking won the playoffs, something Peyton Manning could not consistently do. And Dak, it feels like a make or break. Like, people are already forgetting about him. Like, Chad, he just broke it down. Like, it's what have you done for me lately? And I get why that's pushed out on Dak, but I'm looking at the perspective of last year was a hell season. Every other year before that, he usually gets you 12 wins. He's very consistent. So I'm giving him respect. Again, 2-5 in the playoffs is glaring, though. And that brings me up to my next one, which I think is going to shock you, Chad. Number 6, I got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow last year really disappointed me in many ways. And I get it. We can put all of it on his defense, right? Higgins sitting out a bunch of games because he's pissed off about his contract. I agree with a lot of that. But me and you bet on a lot of Joe Burrow games, and I was locked in a lot of Joe Burrow games. And we learned early on, this dude cannot beat a team with a winning record. His first win against a team with a winning record, I believe, didn't come in until he played Denver or Pittsburgh at the end of the season. I think he won 2 games against teams with winning records, and that was Denver and Pittsburgh at the end of the season. Like, when he played against good teams, he folded. That offense folded. And a lot of that goes on to Joe Burrow, where he beat the shit out of the Panthers. You want to give him a bad team, bad defense? He did play really well, and that's why he had great numbers in the season. But to me, he's not done enough since that Super Bowl run. And you could say a lot of it is, bad injuries, the team's not drafted well, they haven't paid the right guys, terrible defense, offensive line. I agree with a lot of that, but at the same time, a lot of it also falls on Joe Burrow. Like, that team should have been a playoff team last season, and they didn't make it. He said it so himself. He knows a couple of those games, he just blew. I mean, that Ravens game, too, sticks out in my mind, that they're up 10, he's got the ball, and just a stupid turnover. So that was the reason I had Joe Burrow outside my top 5.
Simon, I have always been on this list Joe Burrow heavy to the point where I would put him above Josh Allen, just entered Patrick Mahomes. I thought I was.
We both had him at 3 last year.
I thought I was like pushing it, putting him at 4 after Lamar and Josh Allen. So you going to 6, I think, is a very bold move.
Because it's based off past performances where it's like, I agree, going forward, Joe Burrow, am I going to want Stafford over Joe Burrow? No. But I have Stafford number 5 because of what he's done in the past. And, that Eagles game, he couldn't get anything going in that snow. He was dead. Anyone else would have folded up. But that veteran moxie is why we love Stafford. You give him an inch, he took it. Like, he literally took that Eagles team to the break, which was just so impressive. And that whole season, he played through injuries. He willed that team. I think they had another really bad start to the season. They didn't matter, right? They ended the season, I believe, 8-2 or 8-3. It's just all about him. And the fact that they brought in Adams as well, I think we're having another really great year from this. I believe it's his last year on his contract too with the Rams. So it just felt like it's all lined up for him, and that's why I put him at number 5. It's like he's got the ring, he's got the years added up, and it's once again he can't use his legs like these other guys we're about to mention. To me, that is such a big deal for a guy like him. So yeah, Stafford number 5. Number 4 went with Lamar. Lamar. We love Lamar. People think we're big Lamar haters on the show. We all know Lamar has all the talent in the world. Lamar also gets a lot of excuses that someone who's coming up on my list does not get Jalen Hurts. You give Lamar Derrick Henry, a great running back, that should have been enough to put them over the edge in the playoffs, and it was, but he made those mistakes once again. And he is someone that at this point, he's 3-5 in the playoffs. That is a big deal. Like, this isn't some kid now. He's going to be 28 years old this upcoming season. That's a big deal, right? We have the years at this point. He's 3-5. Lamar's got to break through because haters like me I'm just going to keep getting louder because it's been profitable fading him in the playoffs. Like, we pick our spots when he's playing against these not so great teams. He can perform when it's Josh Allen, when it's Mahomes. Me and Chad already know if it's under 3, we're auto betting that team against him. So that's something Lamar's going to have to come out of, and that's why I have him at number 4 because. To me, number 3, Josh Allen, he deserves to be number 3, the highest non-Super Bowl quarterback on this list.
All right. What's crazy is I'm keeping track of your list here, and I'm counting down. After Lamar, I had already put in Hurts because I assumed your number 1 and 2 was going to be Allen and Mahomes.
No,
and
not
you just said to me, Josh Allen.
Yeah, because again, it's based off past performance. Hurts has done something that Allen has never done. He's outplayed Mahomes in a game in the playoffs and won straight up. That's all that matters. I mean, no one's doubting Josh Allen has more talent than Hurts. The kid was a fucking first-round pick. Hurts is a second-round pick. Like, that stuff, he'll never catch up metric-wise, right? The body style is just different. But the mental aspect of it, whatever happens, Josh Allen keeps getting caught by Mahomes. And we can put excuses, right? Blame the coaching staff. The talent's there. They had a top 5 offensive line last season. He had a running back who rushed for 16 touchdowns. He won MVP. There was no doubt of that offense. Our question was that defense, and the defense gave him a 10-point lead with the ball in the 4th quarter, and he didn't live up to it in that moment against Mahomes, and he faltered. And it keeps happening. And we keep making excuses. Now we're in year 20. He's 29 years old. So to me, he's another guy that just needs to step up in the playoffs, and that's why I have him below Hurts because Hurts went over that hump where Josh Allen, you can't say he doesn't have the talent. He has the talent around him. It's all on him at this point. So, yeah, I put Josh Allen number 3. Chad already said number 2, Jalen Hurts. And I want to do a little exercise here with Chad. Chad, close your eyes. You haven't won a playoff game since 2010. Your Bears have been terrible. You draft the quarterbacks. And I tell you, by age 26, he's going to win the NFC twice. He's going to go to 2 Super Bowls. He's going to be runner-up MVP. He's going to be an all-pro. He will win a Super Bowl in his 26-year-old season and be Super Bowl MVP. Is that your guy? Is that the guy you want that takes down Mahomes? Is that your number 2 quarterback?
100%. I see that, and I want him on my team so badly.
It's rare air. So I just want to tell you, these quarterbacks to reach 2 Super Bowls in their first 5 seasons, Tom Brady, John Elway, Patrick Mahomes, Ben Roethlisberger, Kurt Warner. That's a pretty good fucking list to be on. That's
a Hall of Fame list right
And
there.
like Rich said, all he does is win. I agree with everyone. Me and Chad, we have stats. You don't think I have a fucking computer? I can see his numbers, people. Like, I got so much hate, I changed my bio on Twitter to wins are a QB stat. Because I agree with it, where we went too far the other way, where it's like, QBs do matter to wins. To me, it went too far the other way where it's like, well, not all wins are blaming the quarterback. Agree. But these teams have so much talent. The Ravens, for 3 years in a row, have a higher grade in almost anyone's, betting algorithm than the Eagles or the Chiefs. Both those teams. I mean, the Ravens keep faltering. So that's my thing with Hurts. It's just, it's too much gone the other way where I agree with people. Like, there's certain things he does where I'm just like, I don't trust it. He's not in rhythm, things like that. But in the biggest games, the biggest moments, the things that matter, the only thing we really care about at the end of the day, which is playoff wins and Super Bowl wins, he's exceeded expectations to the highest level. And obviously, number 1, Chad, no doubt about it, Mahomes. I mean, how can you not have Mahomes? He almost got the three-peat. We've never seen anything like it. Like, you look at his stats, you know, we're early. You can say we're early days here, but if you look at his stats against Tom Brady's other great ones, he has had the better start to his career than anybody else. Between MVPs, everything like that, and he is being slept on once again because of the numbers. Like we all do in the offseason, we dig into the numbers. Mahomes, every year his numbers have gone down. And it's, you know, people are going to question it. They're going to throw different things about that. But I just think he just knows he just has to make it to January. Don't put himself in these bad scenarios. No need to hang on the ball too long and take these unnecessary hits. Quick throws. It's mainly a running team now. And yeah, they're a team I'm really excited to dive into this upcoming season, Chad, because everything I've heard has just kind of been negative towards this Chiefs team. And you can get them right now 10-1 Super Bowl odds.